I'm from Oklahoma, and in Oklahoma we take dancing very seriously. Country line dances, doing the two-step, we even throw major barn bashes. But there's something else that we take very seriously too, and that is education. You see, education has caused quite the stir in the state of Oklahoma over the last few weeks. There has been teachers on strike for the last 6 days now. That means no teachers in the classrooms, which, yes, means no students in the classrooms. So, what is to be done? No one really knows. You see, the right is pointing straight at the left is pointing their fingers at the right, and there's not much middle ground to be found. So, what's to be done? Why does everyone think the way they do? Well, from the right's perspective, in an article written by Mark Antonio Wright for the National Review, he talks about why are the teachers doing this in the first place, which essentially is money. Teachers want higher pay for themselves. They want raises so they can make more money, and they want more money to be distributed to the school districts around the state of Oklahoma. You see, they want more money so that they can improve education, improve teaching, but also they want that money so they can keep teachers in the state of Oklahoma because they've seen a decline in the number of teachers as many are leaving to the state of Texas because they make more money. So they're arguing that the governor of Oklahoma, Mary Fallin, is not doing her job. They argue that her leadership is honestly poor, that she's not fighting for their rights, she's not fighting for their raises, and she's not representing what they thought she would when she was elected. So they're calling on her to change, on her to make changes so that they can make more money. Interestingly enough, last Thursday, each teacher was actually given a raise of $6,100, which is a 15% increase. But the right says that's not enough. They want more because they feel that it's the most important thing that they can ever do. On the left side's perspective, in an article written by NBC, they defend the governor. They defend her stance and what she says and what she thinks. So they're saying, well, she already got you a $6,000 raise. Shouldn't that be enough? That's a 15% increase. That seems like a lot. Well, they're also saying not only did she do that, but she's fought for schools and for education in the past. Just last year, she tried to pass a bill that would allow teachers to make more money, but more importantly, it was more geared to distributing more money to the school districts. But the key word there was tried. It failed, so it was never passed. So ultimately, the left is saying our governor is doing her job, and the right seems to be a little too greedy. If we gave them this raise, why don't they take it? Why aren't they happy? Why do they want more? So, all in all, they're just butting heads. The left is pointing at the right, like I said, and the right pointing right back at the left. So, where's that middle ground? In an article written by USA Today, they talk about the middle ground and the lack thereof. You see, the reason there's not much middle ground right now is because everyone's frantic. You see, right now is state testing in the state of Oklahoma. It started on April 2nd and is supposed to end this week. So, if teachers aren't in the classrooms, students aren't in the classrooms, so no state tests are being taken. Well, that's a pretty big thing. It's really bad if the state isn't able to have at least 95% of their students take their state tests. They'll lose funding. So, the hysteria right now is trying to get the teachers back in the classrooms. Luckily, the Board of Education did allow the state testing period to be extended by a week. So, if they can clear it up and resolve some issues, they can get teachers back in and they can get state tests taken by all these students. But other than that, the middle ground isn't really found. Everyone wants more from each side, and the middle ground is basically just a plea for the students saying, we can make this happen now, so we need to make changes now so we can have these students finish out the school year, get into the summer, and then changes need to be made. And that's what I think should be happening. I still have family that live in Oklahoma that are in school systems right now that aren't having school. Well, the state of Oklahoma needs to finish out this school year. They need to get back in session, but yes, changes need to be made so that teachers can provide better education and be paid for an incredibly important job that they do. This can happen. I know it can happen, and it will happen as we seek middle ground. That is the only way to allow anything to happen in this great country today.